Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jade Cargill has been a WWE SmackDown superstar for over 1 year now. A lot has happened since then, as the former AEW star mentioned in an emotional statement she posted on social media. However, for all of the love Cargill has received for the message, she has been called out for it as well. Naomi has accused the Storm of lying, particularly about elevating the WWE Women's Tag Team division alongside Bianca Belair. Of course, Jade Cargill was the EST's tag team partner until she was attacked off-screen by Naomi. The latter replaced her as Belair's partner, which might be why she has a problem with Cargill saying she elevated the tag team division. The statement also references the change in her relationships with the rest of the Big Three. The former SmackDown Women's Champion responded to a tweet about Jade Cargill's post by claiming that she did not elevate anything. Of course, it had a non-PG tone, which is on brand for Naomi. The bad blood between Cargill and Naomi will likely lead to a match at WrestleMania 41. Both women could make history as a result, as this would be the first non-title singles match between two female wrestlers at the Show of Shows in 25 years. It remains to be seen if Jade Cargill will get her revenge in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, Naomi's heel turn has made her an even bigger star, which makes their potential Mania match an intriguing affair. The winner could feud with Bianca Belair for the Women's World Championship if the EST of WWE herself wins at WrestleMania 41. Jade Cargill, the powerful, confident, and highly skilled superstar, had just made an emotional statement to the WWE Universe. Standing in the center of the ring on SmackDown, the lights gleamed on her iconic green and gold attire, her hair slicked back into a perfect ponytail. The crowd had been buzzing with anticipation ever since she made her debut. And now, after months of dominating the competition, Jade had decided it was time to speak her truth. She took a deep breath, pacing back and forth as the microphone crackled in her hand. The arena, filled with tens of thousands of fans, fell silent. This wasn't the usual trash talk or cocky monologue that had become synonymous with her rise in the world of professional wrestling. No, this time, Jade's words were more personal, more vulnerable. "I've been asked over and over again why I'm here, why I'm doing this," she began, her voice steady, but with a hint of emotion seeping through. "You see, I didn't grow up thinking about being a professional wrestler. I grew up as an athlete, a competitor, and I've always known that I had a gift. But wrestling chose me. It wasn't just about the muscles or the looks or the fact that I could dominate anyone in the ring. No, wrestling became my second home, my escape. And now I stand before you, not just as the most dominant force in this business, but as someone who has fought every day to be here." She paused, her eyes scanning the crowd, a small tear threatening to form in the corner of her eye. The audience, in response, erupted in applause. Jade Cargill had been an undeniable force since her arrival in WWE, but this raw display of emotion caught everyone off guard. "For too long," she continued, her voice trembling slightly, "I've been seen as nothing but a powerhouse, a body, a machine. But I am so much more than that. I am a woman who has faced setbacks, who has been doubted at every turn, and who has worked her ass off to be standing here today. I want you all to understand that I've earned everything I have, and I am not here to just dominate the women's division. I am here to change the game for everyone, and I'm just getting started." The crowd's support grew louder, and it seemed like Jade was about to leave the ring and walk back to the locker room, perhaps to let the moment sink in. But before she could do so, the arena lights suddenly flickered, and a new, unmistakable entrance theme filled the air. The unmistakable sound of a guitar riff roared through the speakers. It was the beginning of the iconic theme song of none other than WWE's top star, Roman Reigns. The audience exploded into cheers as the Universal Champion made his way down to the ring with a cocky grin plastered across his face. He walked with his signature swagger, his eyes never leaving Jade Cargill as he made his way toward the center of the squared circle. The tension in the air was palpable as the tribal chief stood before her. Roman Reigns took a moment to size up Jade, his eyes lingering on her for a beat longer than one might expect. Then he reached out and took the microphone from the ring announcer. "You know, Jade, I respect what you're doing." Roman started, his voice smooth but filled with an undeniable intensity. "You've got the strength, the charisma, and you've absolutely taken the WWE by storm. But let's be real for a second. You're not here to change the game. You're here because you want validation. You want to be the best. You want the title. You want to be known as the most dominant force in the company. But you forget one thing." Jade's brow furrowed, her confidence never wavering as she stood tall before Roman. She had been in this position before, faced with overconfident challengers, but there was something different about Roman. His presence was magnetic, and he had the air of someone who was untouchable. Roman leaned in closer, his voice dropping into a low, threatening growl. "I'm the one who defines dominance. I'm the one who sets the bar. And let me make this clear, you may have a lot of power, but you have not earned the right to stand next to me, Jade. You're not in my league." Jade's jaw tightened, her muscles visibly flexing as she took a step forward. "I'm not here to be compared to you, Roman," she shot back. "You think you're the only one who can set the standard? I'm rewriting the rulebook. The whole damn company is about to take notice." Roman smirked, his piercing gaze never leaving her. "Well, how about this then? If you think you're ready to be in the same league as me, how about you prove it? How about you show me that you can step up to the plate? Because right now I don't see anything special about you. You want my spot? Then take it from me." The crowd was in shock. Roman Reigns had just called out Jade Cargill in the most public way imaginable, challenging her to take him on. His words, both a warning and an invitation, hung heavy in the air. The atmosphere in the arena shifted from respectful to downright electric. The thought of Jade, the unstoppable force, standing face to face with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, was something the WWE Universe could hardly believe. Jade took a deep breath, her expression turning from one of fury to determination. "You want a match, Roman. You got it. But I'll tell you this, I'm not afraid of you. I've beaten bigger, I've beaten stronger, and now I'll beat you." Roman's smirk faded slightly as he nodded as if impressed. "Then consider it done. But when it's all over, I'll be the one standing tall as always." The camera zoomed in on Jade as she stared down Roman, her fists clenched in anger and determination. "We'll see about that," she muttered under her breath. The build-up to the showdown. Over the next few weeks, the tension between Jade Cargill and Roman Reigns continued to escalate. The WWE Universe buzzed with excitement, knowing that an epic showdown was on the horizon. Both superstars began to ramp up their respective builds for the match, with Roman continuing to flaunt his championship status and dominance, while Jade focused on showcasing her strength, skill, and unwavering determination. Jade's training became even more intense, her workouts featuring grueling strength training and agility drills designed to prepare her for the match of a lifetime. She knew this wasn't just a regular match. This was an opportunity to prove herself to the entire world, to show that she was more than just a powerhouse. She was a true champion in every sense of the word. Roman, on the other hand, continued to reign supreme, his eyes on the ultimate prize, maintaining his legacy as the head of the table. But even he could sense the challenge that Jade posed. She wasn't like the other competitors he had faced. Jade Cargill had a fire within her, something that made her different from everyone else. The weeks leading up to their showdown were filled with taunts, confrontations, and intense verbal exchanges. Each promo they cut became more heated, more personal. It was clear that neither one was willing to back down. The night of their match arrived. The WWE Universe filled the arena, buzzing with anticipation. The air was thick with excitement as the two superstars made their entrances, each with their own distinct energy. Roman Reigns entered first, walking with a cocky swagger as the crowd showered him with both cheers and boos. He raised his Universal Championship high above his head, reminding everyone that he was the most dominant force in WWE. Then, Jade Cargill's music hit, and the crowd erupted into cheers. She made her way to the ring, her focus unwavering as she locked eyes with Roman. This was her moment. The bell rang and the two superstars locked up in the center of the ring. The clash of power was immediate, with each one trying to outmuscle the other. Roman used his size and experience to his advantage, but Jade was no slouch. She countered with agility and strength that surprised even the tribal chief. As the match wore on, it became clear that this was going to be a brutal battle. Both superstars took the fight to the limit, neither one willing to give an inch. Roman Reigns hit his signature Superman punch, but Jade absorbed the blow and responded with a devastating Jade bomb. The match reached its peak when Jade, with the crowd behind her, climbed to the top rope. She soared through the air with a picture-perfect moonsault, landing directly on Roman Reigns. The arena erupted into chaos as Jade went for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Roman wasn't finished yet. He fought back with a spear that shook the ring, but Jade wasn't done. She fought through the pain, proving that she was more than just a physical specimen. With every ounce of her being, she continued to fight, to claw her way toward victory. Finally, after a grueling battle, it was Jade Cargill who managed to hit her finishing move once again. With all the strength she had left, she pinned Roman Reigns for the 1, 2, 3. The crowd went wild as Jade Cargill stood victorious, the biggest win of her career secured. She had proven herself as not just a dominant force, but as a true champion. Roman Reigns, despite the loss, showed respect, nodding in acknowledgement as he exited the ring. This battle had been hard-fought, but in the end, Jade Cargill had not only earned her place among the greats, but she had also proven that she belonged at the top. The WWE Universe had witnessed history that night, the birth of a new champion who would go on to change the game forever. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.